I babysat his kids.
And I babysat his kids.
I'm Janet LaCava, and this is Ginger Snap from Daly City, California. Let's talk about that.
Good mythical morning.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Rhett and Link store, rhettandlink.com/store, where you can pick up beautiful things like this shirt that Link is wearing.
I'm wearing this shirt. It feels great, and it makes me feel great about myself.
Can you peel that bacon off?
No, you can't. And I think you got a chest hair when you did that, and
Really?
it hurt.
I'm going to give you one of those shirt nipples if I keep doing that. You don't want one of those.
No, I don't. I have enough of those already.
Give you a third shirt nipple.
I have real ones, and I only need 2. Okay, thanks for joining us today. Tomorrow marks the end of Season 1 of Good Mythical Morning, but
What?
Good Mythical Morning Season 2 begins on Monday, August 6th, so don't worry.
And in the interim, for about a month, we're going to be bringing you a daily video on this channel, just like Good Mythical Morning, Monday through Friday, but very different. We're calling it the Rhett and Link Vault. This is when we are going to revisit our videos from the past. We're going to tell you a little something about them that you might not know, and then we're going to show you a video that you may or may not have seen.
You probably haven't seen it. It'll be great. No complaining. Only positivity, people. This is going to be great.
Be positive.
Oh, gosh. You know, we have to maintain positive attitudes all the time because we are fathers.
Yes.
Segue.
Boop, boop, boop. I like that.
You know, because if you exude positivity, the youngsters, they soak it up like sponges. What, you're not with me on this? That's
not my approach.
And then they turn, oh yeah,
I'm just a disciplinarian.
Okay.
I'm just a stern father.
I'm positive that I'm going to discipline you.
Yeah, right.
That's positivity. That works.
Well,
being emphatic, that's good.
I would like to take credit for this idea because it was, might I remind you, my idea that we should have a date night. But not the two of us.
Right.
But that I should have a date night with my wife, and you should have a date night with your wife. And you know what? Let's make it a weekly thing.
Because here's the thing. I mean, we've been married many years to our wives, so we know the importance of continuing to date the person that you're already married to. I recommend that. So we've always known that. But you say, well, once a month, and then the month slips away, and you know, the more kids you have, the more complicated your life gets, and then it's like, wow. You know, you just don't have that quality time and you need to cultivate a relationship.
You got to pay for babysitters. And I was like, it just hit me. I was like, I don't want to pay for a babysitter. They cost like $500 an hour out here in Los Angeles. Asterisk, sarcasm. Now I'm back to reality. And yeah, every time I make a sarcastic joke, you do the asterisk.
Right here.
And Jason will put a graphic on it. No, don't. We're not going to make any more work for Jason.
Graphic.
But I came up with this idea.
Well, you suggested.
I'm going to take care of your kids. Jesse and I will take care of your kids.
For free.
1 week. And then the next week, you'll take care of my kids.
For a small fee.
Now, first of all, you need to recognize the selflessness in this decision because you got more kids than me. You got 3 kids. This is a bigger burden on me. And you got a kid that still craps his pants. I mean, I got kids that crap their pants like on accident. But you got a kid who
he wears
purposely craps his pants on a regular basis.
It's a diaper. It's not pants. He's a 2-year-old.
There's pants over the diaper usually.
Yeah,
That's still crapping your pants.
When you remove the pants, you change the diaper, and then you put the pants back on. I hope you do know that. Right?
I don't deal with that. Oh, man, I don't. When your kid craps his pants at my house, I just let it sit until you come pick him up.
Well, okay. Well, that we need to change that part of the scenario. Well, you think you got the wrong end of the deal. I mean, but I
love your kids, man.
My kids are more well-mannered.
Well,
your kids like to climb things. My kids don't like to climb things.
I love your kids. I love taking care of them. But it has been a challenge because you've got so many children, and I've got a few children. I've got 2.
Well, I mean, then you've got that's at least 5 whenever you keep all of them.
2 plus 3 is 5. You're right.
And then the next week I have to keep 5. So every other week, this is a great arrangement.
Yeah.
And then the other week comes when we got to keep all the kids, and you're like, oh gosh, why did we agree to this?
Yeah, it's like a date or babysitting 5 kids. It really is. It swings. The pendulum swings pretty far from week to week.
I know parents who actually have that many kids. It's just wild to think about that.
I can explain some things to them. You can prevent that.
Yeah,
it's
wild.
You can prevent large families.
You
can prevent forest fires and large families. Now listen, this is what I have decided to do with your wonderful children. When they come over, I've decided that in order to keep 5 children occupied,
and your kids too,
5 children total. Yes, I'm counting mine. Need I remind you? You have 3, I have 2. we got a park out here. And the first time I took care of your kids, I went out, I'm proud of myself, because I went out there and I said, I'm going to entertain these 5 kids. And I invented, and I have done this several times now, I am the game master. I have invented games on the spot. Your kids are just, it's like they've never played games. I invent these games and they're so excited.
They never play the games that you're inventing, whatever kind of games these are. I've heard a little bit from them about these games.
Well, they're simple games. We had a football and a frisbee. And so the first game we played was frisbee throw. They got to be competitive. These kids got to learn. This is a competitive world. There's got to be a winner and a loser. You know, I'm not about this everybody's a winner thing. You got winners and you got losers. Don't be a loser, be a winner.
You've got one winner and many losers.
Right. There's only one winner.
Yeah, my kids come home
Second
and
place is the first loser.
You know what? Life is full of one winner and many losers. These are the things that
that's the world we live in. And so I said, let's do this thing where we throw a frisbee, you know, and we go from youngest to oldest. So we started with Lando, and Lando, he's 2, so throwing a frisbee was him just handing it back to me. You know, whatever. He's always a winner. He's 2. He craps his pants, but he's still a winner.
He's a winner at that.
He stinks like you wouldn't believe on a pretty constant basis, but he is a winner. And then my 3-year-old shepherd throws it, and he threw it about 30 feet. And so I said, you know what we ought to do? Let's play where you throw it, and I walk it off how many feet you threw it. And then we divide the number of feet that you threw it by your age to figure out who is the winner. So in other words, the older you are, the bigger your handicap is. Well, reverse that. The younger you are, the bigger handicap you have. So, and I'm playing too, and I'm 34 years old, and so I have to divide the number of feet. It turns out that I would have to, in order to win the game, because Shepherd ended up winning, I would have had to throw the frisbee 1,100 feet. I don't think that's possible.
You can't do that.
No.
Not even with an aerobie, I don't think.
But the kids were super excited. They were cheering for each other, and then we did the same thing with the football.
It's funny because Lily and Lincoln come home and are like, well, tell me what you did. And it's like, well, we played these games and Shepherd won one where you throw the frisbee and then you multiply how far you threw it by your age, and then you divide by your age.
That wouldn't get you very far.
And I'm thinking, yeah, that's kind of like multiplying by 1. But I didn't think that. I just kind of assumed that you didn't know what you were doing either.
You assumed that I was that bad at math. I'm the one that has to remind you that we have 5 collective kids.
Right. But so you engineer it so Shepherd could win that game. That's good.
And then last night, I engineered a game for Lincoln to win. And this game is called, it's basically dodgeball, but they're all it, and I'm the only one with a ball.
So you're pelting my kids.
I take a rubber ball,
projectiles,
and then I have them run across a yard, and then I say, you get hit 3 times and you're out. And they love this game. They don't realize that I'm just picking who's going to win each round. And then we did it all, and Shepherd won 1, and then Lincoln won 1, and then Locke won 1, and then I said, let's play one more round. And I'm really hitting them hard. You know, they got to learn. In life, you get hit upside the face with stuff. I mean, you could be just going along your business, boom, get hit upside the face. And so we do that. And then I said, you know what? But I said, all right, guys, this is the tiebreaker. This is for the grand champion. And they get this look in their faces like, I've got to be the grand champion, because everybody wants to be the grand champion.
But really, it's whoever you're going to decide to hit.
And I was like, Lincoln, he's the guest. He's your kid, you know. I want to boost his self-esteem. So I throw it at Shepherd, he's out. I throw it at Locke, he's out. And then Lincoln wins.
Grand champion.
Lincoln talked about being the grand champion for the rest of the night.
Of course he did. And he ripped off his shirt and he said, look at me, I'm the grand champion. I don't invent games, but that doesn't make me worse of a parent. I take them to the park when all the kids come over, but then I have the strategy to come back and to kind of ease and get them to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
I take Shepherd and Lando, 2 youngest ones, and I put them in the bathtub and I let them bathe.
You let them bathe.
Well, they play in the bathtub with boats and stuff like that. Lando's afraid to take a bath or a shower, period. But he likes to take a bath if he can take a bath with a little friend. You know, how old is Shepherd? He's like, what,
3? They're 3 and 2.
3 and 2. So, you know, they're in there playing with boats. And
are they learning anything about winning and losing? It doesn't sound like it.
Well, they're playing some form of battleship. And, you know, I'm seeing that they're playing with the boats. And all of a sudden I see that there is a brown torpedo going towards one of the ships.
Uh-oh.
And then all of a sudden I realize, hold on.
Not a torpedo.
We don't have a brown torpedo. And then I look at Lando and I say, Lando, what did you do? And he looks at me and he goes, I pooped. And then I realize there's multiple brown torpedoes. He has pooped in the tub. Evacuate. Well, he already evacuated, but then I had to evacuate both kids out of the tub, and there's all Oh my gosh!
So not only does he crap his pants, he craps the tub too.
Yep, he does. He does. Well, if he doesn't crap his pants, then he craps the tub.
And you let my kids sit in it?
You become, well, he was in it. I got him out as quickly as I could. And then then I had to hose him off, like with the shower thing, which Lando hated that. Shepard didn't seem to care. He didn't seem to care about any of it.
Shepard, he's there. He's along for the ride.
Torpedo.
Yeah, he probably took a bite out of it. I mean, Shepard, he's a loose cannon.
He was already fed. But, you learn containment when you have that many. If it's inventing a game or if it's just detoxing a tub, whatever it is, just to kind of channel these kids' energy. Because I made them clean the tub.
Really? Oh, that's good. They need to know how to do that. No, you should do that. You got to learn that if you make a mess, especially if you crap all over the place somewhere, you're responsible for that. That's your job. You did your business, and now the business is to clean it up.
When I'm taking Shepard to the house, this is at the beginning of the evening, he says, he's just making conversation. He says, I used to think that Lady Gaga was Justin Bieber's mom. But then I realized that Lady Gaga's not married. I was like, oh, okay.
My 3-year-old said this.
Yeah, Shepard said that.
Gotta fill him in on his pop culture.
Let's see how we're gonna end this episode of Good Mythical Morning.
Backwards ABC slap hands.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna do slaps, and then I have to move my hands, but I have to say the ABCs backwards. ZYXW. ZYXW.
I'm getting you every time, man.
I'm trying to say the ABCs backwards. WV SRQ.
Oh, you got away.
PONMLK. J. What's after J?
You learning any life lessons in this?
HGF. EDCBA. All right, I lose. Come over and clean out my tub next week.